right now, and I'll be sharing my screen. Uh, so I don't know if everybody can see my screen right now.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, so um, for the PowerPoint, yeah, no, sure, okay. Um, yeah, the topic that we'll be talking about this evening is trend on trend lines and candlesticks. So as we can see from the screen, how is technical analysis used and all of it. So today we want to talk about candles, right? What we see on our charts when we see uh, candles. What does the candle sticks? What do they say to us? So when we see uh, a red candlestick and a green candlestick and a red candlestick, what does this say to us, and how can we read these candlesticks? So then we will tend to talk about the trend lines and all of it. So this is a Japanese candlestick which represent price in on our chart. And when we see a candlestick like this, it has its body, which is this part here that is green, and we have the upper shadow, we have the lower shadow, we have the open and the close of a candle. So as we all know, price is being represented here with a candlestick. So here where you see the open here, this is where the price of the asset that we are trading opens that day. And here is the close. So this is the red candle, which is representing the sell. This one is the green candle, which is representing the buy. And this is the lower part of the candlestick, which we can also call wick. And here we call it the shadow, upper shadow. So it's easy for us to read price like this. So when price opens from this beneath here and it closes above, this candlestick now at the end of the day it becomes green. Why? Because from where it opened and where it closes is actually greater than where it open, so it becomes green. So this is the opposite. So the price opens above and then closes below, which makes the candle now becomes red. So which means it's indicating to us that price actually moved in on an opposite side. So like this, we have depending on how the candle form on our chart, we have different names that will give this candlestick, but this is like a topic in which we'll talk more on later on. So if anybody has a question regarding this early on, because I want the class to be more interactive. So regarding this candlestick, what I just said right now, if anybody is having like a question regarding this, we could just ask quickly before we can dive to our to other topics. I don't know if can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So is anybody having like a question regarding this candlestick here, the open and the closing side of a candlestick, or we can move on?
Some people were saying that you should be audible when you were saying, like they did not get what you were saying.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me get closer and then be more audible. So, like I was saying, this is Japanese candlestick, and we have different type of charts. And when you see this type of candlestick on our charts, you should know that this is like candlestick, a Japanese chart. You would see we also have like a line chart, and here you can see these candlesticks which are representing price. So we have our open and the close of our candlestick, and this one that is in green is the buy candle, and this one that is in the red is the sell candle. So which is representing the bullish candle, and this is representing the bearish candle. So when you hear the word, those are like trading terminologies. So when you hear bullish or you hear bearish, when you hear bullish, it means the asset we are trading is going up. When you hear bearish, the asset we are trading is moving in a downward direction. So here, like you can see from my screen, you would see that there is this open here where this candle opens here, and there is this wick. So this wick is like where the price actually was not like making a lot of effect in the market, but here is exactly where the body started from here. This is where the price opened from, which means if we were to be trading like for example Bitcoin, and it opened here, and the price was around maybe for example 80 something thousand, maybe 89,000, for example. And now it gets here and it closes above here at around 90,000. So this will be our open, and this will be our close. So if it actually move, it made another move from this up here and get here and then close here. Here will be a wick because price actually flashed to this area here, which is the upper shadow, which we can also refer to our high. So the tip of it here is what we refer to as our as the shadow, and here is the high of the candle, and this is the close of the candle. So which means price opened here at around 89,000 and close around here at around 90,000. So this is the bearish candle, which we can also call the sell candle. So we can refer to it as a sell candle because don't get confused, because on our chart you can represent it with different color, but mostly what you will see is green and red. So for color wise, and people, like some people, depending on the type of trader, people can also like be flexible and change the color of these candlesticks, but mostly what you will see is green and red. So the the red candle is representing the sell candle, which is the bearish candle, and it always open above and closes below, right? So if this our buy candle, the bullish candle, actually open here and close below, it will end up to be red, right? Which means where the price open, price actually moved below that. So which makes the candlestick now bearish. So if where this our sell candle right now open, the price actually moved above it to this area, then it will be bullish. It will become green. This is why you see this price movement in our chart, and it makes sense like that. So here will be our lower shadow for the bearish candle. Here will be our low. Here will be our low. Here will be the tip, which is the lower shadow, and here will be our close, and here will be our open, and here will be the high of the candle, and this tip here will be the shadow. So if there's any question regarding this place, we could ask so that I can expatiate more on it. I don't know, because I'm not actually like having I'm unable to like read the charts right now because on the wide screen. So if there was to be any question, so I can, let me see.
Baby, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
If there's any question, let me check. So increase your volume, I can. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody could hear me and I understand they can do this explanation. Okay, okay, okay. Let's move on. So here now, let's go to this. This now is trend line, and when we talk about trend lines, on our chart, I will make a live example of the trend lines. So here we can see that we have the other time when we were doing walkthrough of TradingView, which is a tool that we use to analyze, which is this TradingView here. So we spoke about trend line. I just made mention of it, and I said we are going to talk about it in our next Zoom meeting. And so here today we can see. So when we talk about trend uptrend, is when actually market is moving in an upward direction, right, which is creating higher highs and higher lows. So I will demonstrate for us later on the chart. So here we can see that the market is moving on an upward direction here. So which means if this price opened around here and then come here and then move back, because market doesn't move in straight direction, it moves in waves. So now you would see an higher high here and higher low. We'll get to talk about that, how you can determine what's an higher high, what's an higher low, and all of it. So here we have an uptrend because the market is moving and up, it's moving upward and pulling back, then moving back upward, then pulling back, then moving back upward. Here would say it's a sideways trend because why? The market is moving in ranges, right? It's moving upward and it's actually moving in waves. But now we can see from the difference from this side here, which is the uptrend, it's moving the same way, right? More of the highs and the lows are equal. So we tend to call this market is moving in the range, so it's a sideways trend. So now, if the market is now moving bearish, is going downward, that is when we call it like a downtrend. So it's moving, it's creating lower highs and lower lows. So here at the uptrend is creating higher highs and higher lows. For the sideways trend, is creating a market is trading in a range, right? It's actually not making that much movement. So at times we as professional traders, as a professional trader, or you are also a newbie and stuff like that, when you see market moving in actually ranges, you want to tend to like because there's no more much volatility in it, but depending on the time frame, you want to like stay away from the market and all of it. So if we have any question regarding these trend lines, I would appreciate if you unmute and then you ask questions so that we can talk briefly on it, and then before we move to the next question, the next topic.
You have question and you want to ask question, just please use the reaction, raise your hand and unmute so you can ask your question, or you can use the chat box.
So okay, I believe for now there is no question, so I will just move on. So that was trend line, and then here it's a typical example of okay, there's someone actually raising up his hand, Joy Empress.
I don't
So
really know this person now.
yeah, it's Joy Empress, I think. Uh, you you can
Carry
unmute.
on. Join press, you can use the
Oh,
we had visitors yesterday, so I'm very Okay, let me unmute her. Let's
Mm.
see.
So I can just everybody.
Okay, you can unmute her.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please, on this sideways trend, I want to understand though, is it that when the price is on a particular amount, like it's not moving upward, neither is it moving downward? Is that what it means?
No, it doesn't mean that it's moving. It's not moving upward and it's not moving downward. The price are actually moving, but at times the price when it's moving in the range, is not actually creating a lot of volatility, which means maybe the price are actually like the range is not much, the movement is not much, so it's more of moving. For let's say, let's take Bitcoin for an example. In a typical day, Bitcoin might do like 3%, but if it's moving like in a range, the price movement won't be that much, probably moving around 82,000, 81,000, instead of maybe where you
Mhm.
would see it to create like more uh, price move.
It's all right. Thank you.
Yeah, So, is anybody having any other question before we move on, or we'll just continue? So when we were talking about trend line, so here is a typical example of a trend line. So you will see that the price here was actually is moving in an uptrend and is actually like in a trend. You could see in the identified here with a trend line beneath it. So you can draw your trend line from here, and then when market actually got here at a point, it broke out of the trend, right? It's now moving downward. Here is an example now of what we talked about the bearish candle the other time. So if market now is moving, is creating a bearish candle, so it broke out here and then it continues to move downward. So how do you then use a trend line here? You tend to use a trend line here. You use it to identify trend now. So from the name trend, you understand, you as a trader, you want to follow the trend, right? If you are super bullish on Bitcoin, you say, Bitcoin is going to be, I want to buy Bitcoin today because I believe that I will make a lot of profit from it. From your chart, you would know that if you draw your trend line, you see that it's moving in this direction. You buy from here, and then before market will move up here, you're already in profit. All your trade that you open will be in profit. So then if it breaks out of this trend now, you should be ready to be selling. Right now, you know that market has changed direction now. So that's a typical example of what a trend line is. So now I will make a live example from our chart here to show us how we can draw a trend line, right? So this is Bitcoin, and this is 1 hour time frame, like we talked about it the last time, right? We said there are different time frames. You have 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and a daily. And this is our trend line here. So you pick your trend line, and then you come here. Here the price actually here. Let's see 4 hours. If we can see where to draw a trend line. Okay, yeah. So from here now, if I was to draw my trend line now, I draw it from here and I stand it up. It's not visible. Comment. Just a sec. Because okay. No. Speak another. Which color do we use here? So from here to here, $6. Okay. Now to draw our trend line, I picked the trend line here, right? Which is among, if you were on the last section, what we talked about favoriting our the tools that we are using, like trend lines and all the lines that we are using to analyze. So among it, we have trend line. So you click here, you then drag it up. Sorry. What's wrong with this? Oh, just a second.
Recording in progress.
So just a second, please. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, it's just my PC, I forgot to like plug it. Okay. So you draw your trend line from here and you connect it just this way. And then from here, we could actually see the market broke off, and here it's moving in a downtrend here. So you can actually see. Market is moving in an uptrend and then broke down here. So now it's moving in the other direction now. So let's go back to our PowerPoint. So if anybody is having like a question regarding the trend line, you could unmute and ask. So if not, we'll just move on already. What should a beginner do at the trend line range? Square, understand, okay. I know just what to do. This peak upset. Okay, so what should a beginner do with a trend line? So based on that, if you are a beginner and you want to use your trend line to analyze, when you open your chart, it's not sufficient to actually use your trend
Sorry,
line.
leader, you're like, please, you have to mute one of your device because you're echoing.
Okay. Yeah, so for a beginner who is looking forward to like trade with a trend line, a typical example you can do is when you draw this trend line, if it's in an upward direction, you want to look for a breakout like this that you are seeing on your chart, right? So trend line, what you need it for is to identify trend, to know where the market is moving to, like the direction of the market, right? But it's not sufficient for you to like take a trade, right? You use trend line plus um other patterns that you will see in the market to determine to take a trade, right? So would still teach you other things that you have to add, other things that you have to see, so you can say, okay, yes, I'm now sure that this is a good trade for me to take. This is a good buy for me to like take. So I don't know if I answered your question very well. Is what is when the trend line gets down fully. What do one usually do as a beginner? When the trend line gets down fully. What do you intend when you mean when you say if the trend line gets down fully? You can use the mic and ask, please. So here we have channels and support. So from here, we can see that it's the same trend line that we drew here, right? We have one above and we have one beneath. And the market is now moving within this range, right? It's moving up, goes to this uptrend line and move back here. So now, as a good trader, right? Now you drew one trend line upward, right? As a channel, and you drew another one here. So here we call our can you hear me?
No, we're not hearing you, just for a few.
Okay. So we have our support and our resistance here. So and it's forming like a channel here, right? So price is moving. The first one. Price is moving within this range, right? It moves from this down movement here to this upside. So you as a trader now, what do you want to do? You want to take your trade. If just imagine you taking a trade from this side, and then it moves up here. You take profit, and then you wait for it again to come here to buy again, and then you sell up here. So within this range already, you can make a lot of money, right? Using Royal Q now, it makes sense because why? You don't have to do all the work. But then, as a beginner, as a newbie, as someone who also have experience like analyzing, you want to make sure you are looking for your signals around here, around this channel. So you'll be looking for to buy low and then sell high. So now imagine that your powerhouse, which is the margin configuration, you could set most of your trade beneath here using the measure tool, which is the ruler, right? That will show that we talked about the last time here. For example, so if I wanted to draw like a channel here now, we have this downline, this downtrend here, uptrend here, that we drew here, and then we want to draw a channel. I will draw another trend line above here, which is now creating like a channel, right? So imagine I wanted to trade in this within this range. So I use my ruler, I measure from here. And from here to this area here that market moved to, you can see a whole lot of percentage market beat. Even though this is like a 4 hours time frame, this is like a whole long time for market to move from this area to this area. So to be more realistic, we want to come to a lower time frame, like 30 minutes, to see, okay, to look for opportunity in the market, to see, okay, because now market is like in the down movement right here. So, but we can still have a whole lot of opportunity here, because what we want, what our aim is to buy low, right? So we can buy from this area right here. So we'll look for a buy from here. So if we want to like draw a typical example of a channel that we can create is like this. So Bitcoin is not actually giving that typical example that you see. You want to look for like a channel, but I want to try my possible best to make sure we see something that we can use for the example I'll be giving for a channel. All right, you do your trend line from here, and then you pick again, and then you draw another one from here. And then voila, you say, okay, I'm looking forward to buy. Let's go wrong with this. So you say I'm looking forward to buy around this area. So if you had bought from this area here at the price of around 78,000, and then you sold here at around 80 something thousand, which is around current price now is current price is 84,433. So you are looking forward to buy from here. So market actually did some percentage here. Let's see what percentage market did from here to this place. It did around 8%, right? Now imagine you have your margin configuration, right? And you are buying from this channel, within this channel right here, right? It's moving, it moved uptrend here, right? So now if market broke this uptrend here, and it comes, because this chart is actually in dark mode. That's why most of this line that I'm drawing are not visible. So I'll have to like be changing the color so that it's visible. So this. So if this market from here now broke this and come down here, so it broke out from the trend line. From the example we saw from PowerPoint here, from over here, right? We have an uptrend, and then it broke out from here, right? We know now that it's no longer going in an uptrend, it's moving downward. So now coming back to our channel that we were saying, We have our support right here and we have our resistance here. What do we mean by support and resistance? We mean when market is it's moving in an uptrend and is unable to like break above that range is moving. Yeah, like market came here, up here, and then push back again. Like it's we traders that like the institutional traders and the traditional like the retail trader like me and you that are pushing price up and downward, right? So now price is unable to like break. So we tend to call it resistance because it's resisting that range there. So that is pushing back to this range. So now you as a newbie, you as a trader with experience, you want to grasp and take advantage of that opportunity. So by so you doing now, if you set your robot now to trade for you, you do your margin configuration very well and you cover the necessary range, the necessary percentage with your robot, with your Royal Q robot. Now your robot can buy from here, sell here, depending on the percentage, right? So this is how signals are being generated. And then you already know how you want to cover your percentage, what's the percentage that you are covering. So only drawing this channel and drawing your support and your resistance line like this, you draw an uptrend and then you draw another trend line above it, right? And you cover a range. So there you can then say, okay, now since I already see that this market has moved this way and it hasn't broken down yet, there's high possibility that it continue to go this direction here. But if it should break down to this range, so I want to buy in a lower price, so I'll be buying from here instead of this down movement. Since you know that, okay, yeah, price doesn't move in a straight line, it moves in waves. For example, as we can see from here, it moved from here and pull back to this area. Move from here, then pull back here, then move again up here, then came back a little bit here, and then move upward here again. So now if it should break here, we'll say, okay, now it broke the trend, the uptrend, and now it's going downward. It will do something like this, probably do here like this again, create this, and come back here again. So on and so forth. But for now, what we can see is, let's clean our chart up. So what we can see for now is an uptrend, which is this. All we can see for now is an uptrend and it hasn't broken. So if there's any question, let's unmute and ask. Okay, I believe there is no question, so we can continue. So that's for channel support and resistance. So when we say support, the price is actually supporting here, right? It moves up and then come back. The traders, they push it back down, and it's supporting this trend here that is still going upward. Here it was lower, it went up here and created a little bit more in the market, and price is supporting it, but it's resisting here because it's not breaking out. So it's maintaining this trend and it's maintaining this channel.
9:22 p.m. To hear your notifications, follow the notification on your phone to.
So So we also have what we call chart patterns. So chart patterns are used because they are believed to have predictive value on future price movements. Some patterns can help traders in choosing entry and exit points. So in reality, our topic today was based on trend lines and support, resistance, and to make. So I would say we have more examples of other pairs that we can use to give more examples on trend lines and channels, support and resistance probably, so that we can better understand it. So we could go for another asset aside from Bitcoin. So if anybody in the house actually have like a pair in mind that it wants us to like look at, we could unmute and then tell us so that we can quickly look at it. If not, I'll just choose randomly. So do anybody have like a pair in mind that he or she want us to like look at?
Someone said not coin.
Not
Another
one.
person
Okay,
said
someone also
yeah.
said yeah. Okay, so which one should we pick now? Should we go for the first one? Okay. No problem.
It's
Okay,
first come, so
not USDT. Okay. Okay. So here we have Notcoin, and then and this is 30 minutes time frame. Notcoin is actually moving an uptrend right now, and there's a good buy in it. So if we want to run like a quick analysis on this, we could say using from the channel and the support and resistance that we made example of, I would in the group I will drop like there is a book I can actually like a resources that we can go through that's going to better make us understand how all of these things work. So I'll send it to the group so we can all benefit from it. So Notcoin, talking about Notcoin, I'm talking about the trend line. So we can see from here. So since that we said we will be talking about top-down analysis, right? So if we are doing our analysis of 30 minutes, it's not sufficient. If I just want to give the example of trend line, I could say, okay, yes, the price is moving an uptrend like this from here to here, but since the approach we will be giving in our community the strategy we'll be using is top-down analysis. So we want to start our analysis from daily time frame. We want to come here and say, okay, what do we see in the bigger time frame? So in the bigger time frame, we can see that from here in the daily chart, Notcoin is actually still bearish, right? Still very bearish because why? If you drew the trend line from here to here, when it started, right? The price, when they listed it, started from here. So that you want to say, okay, it came up here, right? So now from this area, let's use our part 2 actually. So you can agree with me that still very bearish. So from the listing, right, you can see that from here to this upside, later to this upside, then it came here and move upward, and now where we see is here actually. All right. So, but then that's not the case if you go to like lower time frame, and to give example from what we just illustrated, for now, you want to draw from the trend line from here. It was moving up a little bit from here. If we take it from here, so now it broke out of this trend in the daily time frame. But if we go to our 4 hours now, using our trend line, we can also see that, yeah, truly it's still very bearish. So if we were looking for an opportunity to draw like a channel, we can say, and then we'll draw another trend line from here. This is like a flag, right? This pattern here, it's like a flag because I actually broke out, all right, from here. So the channel is it's not that almost like a channel, even though we say we draw from here. Sorry. Even though we say we take our trend from here, so let's say we'll be realistic and we draw from here. We're still going bearish. Right? We're still going bearish. So that's for Northcoin regarding the channel, but this is for our, so we want to go even lower. So Northcoin is good to look for buy on Northcoin, right? So we want to look for buy opportunity on Northcoin. So if we were to look for a buying opportunity right here now, in hourly time from 1 hour time frame to be specific, we want to draw our trend line from here. The channel we can create from here is here, and then draw another one up above here. We can see the market is trading around this channel here. If we look for buy opportunity, we want to trade within this range here. So take your part 2 and say, okay, now from here to this area, market came here. High possibility, here's where the market is going now. We will get here, probably what we will do again, come back here, and then if it doesn't break downward, it breaks here. Okay, so you want to look for buy opportunity within here. And this is actually a nice move, an hourly, if you can get from this down here to this up here, let's see how many percentage is that. So if you were to like target from here up to this area, that's around oops, pardon me, just a moment. Let me take this off. So if we were to pick it from here, to this area, that's around 70%, but you have to be very, very patient, right? But using your Royal Q robot, that's very realistic because 1 hour, if you are a day trader and you set your margin configuration to like cover like this nice amount of percentage, you can actually like get this trade here, right? Even buying from the current price from here. From the current price to targeting this area, targeting 0.03821, you can still have like almost 32%. Okay. So for the person who asked about Notcoin, so using channel that we talked about right now. So that's it. So yeah, is there any other question?
Do you have any other question before we round up? You can, if you want to ask question, use the reaction, raise up your hand, and I'll ask you to unmute.
So let's see, someone who said bye. So for the giveaway, I don't forget. So we'll be the Ocean. I think you should we do it on the group or we'll do it live here?
No, which group? People that don't attend soon will now be winning or giveaway.
So let's see if the
Or they can they can, should we do it on the group? Is open. You guys can pick. Should we do it here or should we do it on the group? I don't know if Leader George is available.
there'll be also like
LBM is not available right now. Should
okay.
we do the giveaway on here? Use the chat.
Let them pick their number now.
Is it here? Do it here. Question, please. Yeah, Rita, I asked you to unmute, but you're making noise. Let me unmute you so you can ask your question. No noise, please. Just ask your question. Rita, you can unmute yourself. Here, okay. Rita, you can ask your question. Hello.
So
Hello, Rita. Okay, you can use the chat box to ask your question so that we can proceed. Oh yeah, let's just proceed with the giveaway and then we can round up. The OBM is not here, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me just so yeah, the Ocean.
Yes, I'm with you.
So we should do it like that now, Abi.
Yeah.
Was
Joy, I think you raise up your hand. You can unmute yourself if you have question.
please check your DM with Ocean.
You have a question on the chat box.
Ah, okay. Where the Venus symbol is. Second. The symbol. The symbol is the Venus symbol. I don't
Okay, let me just read it for you. It's like you're finding it hard. Says, where is it?
Is that the greenish symbol?
Guess. Yeah.
Do you intend the candlestick or
Guess the greenish symbol in the second to the last symbol indicates by. And what's the name of the symbol, please?
I don't
And
really-
Abiola, I didn't see your message. Oh.
Yeah, in fact, that was I was about to type, so I was saying
Okay, so should we do draw like the way we did it the last time?
yeah, probably
Let's
yeah.
do so I will just pick a number so we can round up.
So okay. Got it.
Abiola, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Let's just do draw so that I'll pick so that I won't be holding everybody out. I'll just
Okay,
okay.
please, could you explain the time frame to me? The 15 minutes, 1 day, and 1 week. I
So
don't really understand it.
yeah, the time frame here 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes. This is 30 minutes. I don't know if the person who asked the question is actually seeing the screen. So when you say 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and the daily time frame, you're actually seeing price being represented um, in different time zone. So the market move differently. There is a whole lot of volatility when it's lower, and there is a smaller move when as it becomes bigger. Okay, so here in the 5 minutes, for example, from this pair here, which is DIA USDT, you can see that this pair is not actually like that friendly, but there's a lot of gap here. But price is very volatile when it comes to smaller time frame, and you can see here this here that is written in 5 minutes, 5 and M, it's representing 5 minutes. This one that is written in 30 and M is 30 minutes. 1H is 1 hour. You all see it also from the background of the chart, which is representing 30 minutes, which means every candlestick you see here represents it opens and it closes in 30 minutes. If here in 30 minutes time frame, but here in 5 minutes, each candlestick you see, the green one, which is the bullish one, opens and closes in 5 minutes. The red one, which is representing the bearish candle, which is like the sell candle, it opens and it closes in 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. So here also, you want to know that every candlestick here opens and closes in 30 minutes. But markets tend to be more volatile in the smaller one, and as you go upward, it tends to move in that that way. So so now imagine that a candlestick that opens in 1 hour. So it will take this candle 1 hour before it opens and close, which means if the market, like from the example we see from our PowerPoint, we said each candlestick here opens and close. So the buy candle here opens here and closes up here. So if this was to be in 5 minutes, it opens here, it will take this candle 5 minutes to open and close. So after 5 minutes, it closes here. So this is a whole candle of 5 minutes. So this will be the bearish candle, which is the sell candle. If it opens here, and in 5 minutes, if it was in 5 minutes time frame, it will close here after 5 minutes. So I hope I was able to like answer your question.
Okay, so how many winners are we having so that we'll just do the draw and round up?
So if we are to do the draw, let's just do 2.
Okay. All right. Leader George, please, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do 2. Let's pick a number. Drop your number on the chat box. Please don't repeat number. You have to pick one number and stick to it. Don't repeat number, because once you repeat number, it's cancelled.
So we have number
Let's
6
go.
taken. We have number 5 taken. We have number 1 taken. We have number 2 taken. Number 7 taken. Number 8, number 4, number 16. Number 2. Taken number 2 before now. Hope, please pick another number. They have taken number 2. Okay, jokingly is 10, 19, 9. Hope number 1. They have taken number 1. Hope, they have taken number 1.
Oh, you have to look at the chart.
18. They have taken number 6, number 5, number 1, number 7, number 8, number 4, number 16, number 2, number 2. Hope, you have taken 2 now. Why are you dropping more numbers? 2 is okay.
Who
Number
even took
10.
number 2 first? It's like I mistakenly deleted it. Though. Who was the person that picked number 2 first? I wanted to delete Hope number 2. I deleted that person's number 2. So please, if it's you, pick your number 2 back before you say it's Leader Oshin that made. Please, if you were the one that picked number 2.
Oh,
Okay. Oh yeah, now let's go. The last number, you can't pick 29. We're not up to 29 in this zone now.
number 2. No, that 29 is not. So hope number is number 2.
No, it's not Hope. Oh. Somebody picked number 2 before Hope. Oh.
Number 2.
Joy Empress, yeah. Joy Empress picked number 2 before Hope. And I mistakenly deleted it.
You have deleted it. Okay. So hope your number will be 20. The number will be, because okay. Yeah, because someone has picked 1 already. So your number will be 29. So I will do the random from 1 to 30. Okay, we have
All right,
21.
let's go.
Okay.
Well,
So
we
I'm
have
going to
21 already. So Hope should pick another number. Okay, Hope pick 29. Okay, let's go.
yeah, so I'm going to share my screen so I can.
I think I should stop sharing my.
Okay. So we are going for random numbers. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so we are picking from 1 to 30. Okay, so we'll get the first number now. Do you have number 10? Did anybody pick number 10?
Yes, we do have number 10. Joking Mix is number 10.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Joe.
Okay, so we have our first win, Joking Links. So we'll get this. Money points with their adverts everywhere. Okay, the next number is number 6. Do we have number 6?
Yeah. Buka Mustafa, I think.
Okay, so that is all. Thank you. Yeah, but it's 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 10 and number 6 is our winner. Thank you.
Look at Mustafa. Oh. All right, we have 2 winners today for this giveaway. Thank you so much, Ida Abiola, for sponsoring this giveaway. We have Buka and Joaquin Mix. There's number 6. He picked number 6 first. If you scroll up the chart, Buka Mustafa is like you don't delete your number 6. Okay, I've sent. So yeah, we have number 6. We have so our 2 winners for today is Joaquin Links and Buka Mustafa. So just chat me up. It's just a little token. Just trying to encourage us to attend Zoom meetings and to keep learning. So thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, thank you for joining us today. And tomorrow we do have our Zoom meeting by 4 p.m. It's network marketing series. We have Zoom by 4 p.m. tomorrow in the afternoon. So please make sure you set your alarm to join. We might just have something for you. So thank you so much, everybody. Leader Abiola, thank you so much.
Thank everybody for showing up.
Leader George, thank you. And
Thank
thank
you,
you to
George.
everyone. So let's all have an amazing day. Let me ask everyone to unmute. Yesterday we had visitors.
Oh.
Yeah, we did have visitors. We had people trying to hijack our Zoom meeting yesterday.
Oh, really? Well, yesterday was a meeting. I was on,
But it didn't happen for them. All right, so everybody, you can say your goodbyes and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, my leaders.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abiola.